YouTube, Playboy Play, y'all know who it is. Shout out to the ladies and gentlemen, ladies. I need y'all to follow me on Instagram, Playboy Play 2 underscores. And this title really caught my attention, man. Straight men attract to homosexual acts. So we finna get into it and see what's going on. Let's see if y'all ladies can learn something. Let's see if y'all fellas can learn something. And I'm gonna just give y'all a raw reaction. Y'all know how I get down. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it 1,000. But this topic right here caught my eye, so I had to put it on the watch later, and we finna watch it now. So yeah, go ahead, have y'all blunt ready, whatever. But we finna get right into the video. And y'all stay tuned. I'll be getting a mic soon. I'm still using my phone. We getting it out the mud for real.
Dr. Dawn Michael, and welcome to my channel. I do know that there's some construction going on outside my office, so I'm going to try to talk into my mic, and hopefully you can hear me over that. Today's topic is going to be very interesting. We're going to be focused.
Come on now, play with me, bro. What the fuck going on, bro?
Hello, this is Dr. Dawn Michael. So I'm going to try to talk into my mic, and hopefully you can hear me over that. Today's topic is going to be very interesting. We're going to be focusing on straight men that are aroused by homosexual acts or same-sex body parts. And believe it or not, this does exist, and there's quite a few men.
This does exist.
Who have a great deal of confusion around this, and you may be one of those men if you're listening to this video. And I have actually helped hundreds of men to feel better about this situation and to help them move past this and to understand that it doesn't mean that you are gay if you have an attraction or an arousal to same-sex or a same-sex sexual act. So some men may find that something happened to them in their childhood that triggered this, something that they didn't ask to happen, and it may have been part of their sexual pattern. And so it's something that they carried forward to their adult life that they now fantasize about, but yet they are not attracted to having a relationship with the same sex, with another man. It just happens to be that they're aroused by either a body part or a sexual act. This can also happen from a time when a person was exposed to a video that showed a same-sex scenario, and it's something that turned them on, but again, it was more of the sexual act or the body part, and not necessarily, again, wanting to have a relationship. Some people could call this bisexual. Some people may say that they're gay, but I'm really trying to help men to distinguish this. And so some of the problem that takes place is it's unnatural that they would see this particular act, okay? Or they were unnaturally touched and it somehow became part of their sexual pattern. So if they had not been introduced to this, it's not something that they would normally have been attracted to. But nowadays, especially with pornography, they can really hone in and make somebody, to a certain extent, be attracted to a sexual act or a body part. And it's not uncommon that this happens, but men, more so than women, will always jump to the conclusion that they must be gay because somehow they're turned on by it. But if you see a woman that watched two women and maybe that sexual act turned her on, you wouldn't necessarily jump to the fact that she was homosexual or that she even
Talk that talk.
wanted to be in a homosexual relationship. And so for men, I think it becomes much more confusing because there is still that quote unquote, stigma that if you are attracted to a sexual act, therefore you must be that act. And
But women can be attracted to that act and be perfectly heterosexual.
what I'm trying to say is that that's not true. That you can still be a straight male and you can still be aroused by that, but that doesn't mean that you're gay. It also doesn't mean that that act necessarily is something that really turns you on if you hadn't put so much energy and effort and focus into it and then started to question yourself, so you went back and watched it over and over again, or decided that you needed to go out and try it to prove it to yourself that you either were gay or were not gay. And so if you were to talk to a man,
and they call that curious,
that was gay, his idea of sexuality or how he feels about himself in a relational sense would be that not only is he attracted to a sexual situation with the same sex, but there's the emotional attachment to them, the wanting to be close, the wanting to have a relationship, just that overwhelming feeling of wanting to be with the same sex. So we're talking about two different things here. And the one where the straight male is attracted to the sexual act or the sexual body part is not the same thing as wanting to have an emotional connection, relationship.
I agree.
And
I agree. She ain't lying.
Give me
She
one
ain't lying.
instance, and I'll show you how you can start your own success.
Wanting to be with a man. And in fact, many of these men that have these attraction towards the sexual act or the male body part are truly attracted to women, and they find that their sex lives with a woman is much more enjoyable, desirable, and that they are attracted to women. And so therefore that's where the confusion comes into play. And so if that's you and you've confused yourself, what I would suggest that you do is you take some time to unravel when it may have happened and to really think to yourself about how you feel and how much of this attraction is artificial, meaning that when you watch the porn or you think about it, that you have now obsessed and put so much energy and effort into this thinking that you have created this attraction that normally wouldn't have been there. Once you can sort that out and you can take away the shame, the guilt, the humiliation, usually it becomes less exciting. So there seems to be this idea of you get like an adrenaline rush with it, or there's something that shouldn't be there that creates this excitement. And so your brain releases chemicals. All of that can go into it, and it can make you feel like you're more excited or you're more attracted than you naturally would be. Also,
because your ass been thinking about that shit for years.
so when you're feeling this way, you could be buying products that go with it because they're often available. You can be going into chat. You can be going to hire, men that that you may want to try a sexual relationship with or get into some type of a situation that you normally wouldn't get into, just to justify again whether you truly feel this way or you don't feel this way. And so it's important to take a step back from all of this to put away the pornography, to start to think about other things that turn you on, maybe a relationship that you're in, to focus on other things in your life, and step back a little bit instead of trying to watch more of it to justify if you are or you aren't, because that's usually what gets people in trouble. So let's say that you have a man that watched a sexual act between two men, or saw a body part that maybe aroused them for a second, and they were like, okay, whatever, it turned me on, I thought that was interesting, and they didn't really think much more about it. They just kind of went on with their day, and that was that. So they didn't put the energy or effort into it. They weren't confused about it. They kind of just said, oh, they're actors. They make it look hot. There was people that were enjoying it. And so when you see an enjoyment, a sexual enjoyment, sometimes, again, that raises your adrenaline. And they kind of just left it at that. They're like, okay, whatever, no big deal. Okay? That probably, they're not going to be confused over this, because it's not something that they would then went back and said, oh my gosh, does this mean that I am...
They ain't put that much energy and effort into it, and all the back and forth trying to figure something out.
Now homosexual? Does this mean that now I don't like women? And so then that's when the person gets kind of sucked into this, because they start questioning everything, and then they start shaming themselves. And so you can see how that can pull one person in, where the other person is just like, no big deal.
I'm going to give you my number one tip to get over a breakup, and that is going to be going to therapy. Going to therapy helped me.
So you really have to reevaluate what your thinking pattern was when you first started to realize that this particular sexual act turned you on. And so you can decide for yourself, well, did I make a big deal about this and now it's creating this attraction? Or could it be that possibly I am attracted to both men and women? Because, of course, there's that possibility too. But that's something that you really need to work out in your mind to see which is which. And then also there's the other idea of, okay, so maybe I am attracted to both. That's fine. But I don't want to have a relationship with a man. I just want to have a relationship with a woman. I'm not going to hyper focus on it, and it's really not that big of a deal. So it doesn't become that big of a deal. So you can walk around as a woman per se, and another man would not judge a woman if she had had some type of a sexual relationship with another woman. He wouldn't say, oh, she's definitely gay, or she's definitely...
Facts, shorty. She is on point. She's saying what I say, just in a smarter way. Because I literally said that same shit.
Woman if she had had some type of big of a deal. So you can walk around as a woman per se, and another man would not judge a woman if she had had some type of a sexual relationship with another woman. He wouldn't say, oh, she's definitely gay, or she's definitely bisexual. It would be no big deal, and it probably wouldn't be.
Facts. It won't be a big deal at all. But a man do it. Like she even said, even if it was just the sexual encounter, just being aroused for 2 seconds. If he told a woman that a certain sexual act turned him on and it wasn't quote unquote heterosexual, you're not getting none of that twat. If she closed minded, you're not getting none of that twat. You're done.
Be that big of a deal to the woman either. But because men judge themselves more critically, they actually create a problem for themselves. So I
did not know that.
Just wanted to bring you that information and help some of you out. And if you are confused, it's really important that you work this out, because if it starts affecting your life negatively, where it affects your health, it affects your relationship, it affects your work, that's not something that is part of a healthy lifestyle. That is not something that's going to bring you happiness in your life, joy in your life, bring you purpose. and make your life better. And at that point, you need to get help for it, or you need to help yourself.
I would say help yourself first and just listen to what she's saying, y'all, because basically what I heard from this video is, okay, if you notice something that you're attracted to the same sex, us men, we are critical thinkers. We be like, you know what I'm saying? Women be thinking that they insecure. Us men, we be insecure with ourselves. We be insecure too. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. We be insecure too. We ain't got to be about no other man or nothing. We be just be insecure with ourselves. And it just makes it even worse when that same man is open-minded and doesn't mind having sex with other men, but still want to have a romantic relationship with a woman. But wouldn't have a... can't talk. For me personally, that's how I rock. Like, I would have sex with the same gender, but I wouldn't. But I'm like really towards like dating women wise. Like I want to marry a woman, you know, have kids and all that. But I do what I do with the same sex. It's just like fun, respectfully.
Is something that really is starting.
Everybody's different.
To affect you negatively. So if you have a question, you can always reach me on.
Yeah, I like that video. She was dropping them bangers. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, comment down below if y'all agree with her. She was talking that shit. Now I ain't gonna lie, she was talking that shit. She was on that shit. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the ladies and gentlemen, ladies. Y'all follow me on Instagram, Playboy2_. Comment down below other videos within the community y'all want me to react to. I'm gonna get on it. Y'all know I'm keep it 1,000. We going crazy, man. It's 8 o'clock in the morning right now. I'm finna go ahead and get these 2 videos posted, man. I gotta check the studio. I just got an email. Y'all just like, comment, subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I enjoyed this video. I really did. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Shout out to y'all. Play 2_. Shout out to the ladies and gentlemen, ladies. I appreciate y'all for making it to the end of the video. You watched the full video. You made it to the end. Just comment down below your opinion. That's all I need from you. Thank y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.